Fragile. What brand is this Fragile, Zeos? This is a Rotel Fragile pasta. You're gonna have to get an eBay link from me because these two items are not. Well, I think they still sell this. It might just be a different model name, but they're not on. I don't think Rotel's even on Amazon. Oh, it's freaking heavy. This is the RC1570 preamp, and it's the first Rotel preamp, or it's the lowest level Rotel preamp you can get that has not just analog inputs but also digital, which means it has a DAC built in. In fact, wait, is that how Rotel does it? That's why there was no name on it. It's got the Rotel thing like folded in. That's just weird. It's weird and I dislike it. Oh, so that was the outside box. This thing is heavy. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get this. I'm trying not to look at that address. We got this. We're good. We're gonna slide this bitch out. That font, I don't even know what it says. Balanced Design Camper? Chalet? Is that French? So that goes down. Balanced Design Concept. That was very hard to read that word upside down with that. I would do all my things in that font. So, the Rotel RC1570 stereo control, amplifier, the stereo control. And made for iPod and made for iPhone. So I got to cut the Rotel tape. This apparently was never opened. Owner met me and asked me to check the DAC against another DAC, which is not that hard to do. You just basically, since it has fiber optic input, you take your fiber optic out of whatever, you put it on a fiber optic splitter, you put the one fiber optic into this, one fiber optic into a known good DAC, RCA feed another thing, and then you can just go A, B, A, B. And we'll see. They're using the shitty foam. I hate everything about that. I hate everything that just happened. We've got a standard power cable, that stays. We have got Rotel. They actually don't look that nice. RCA cables, put that in there. We've got a USB cable, so it actually will have a USB. We've got a remote control, which I'm gonna put in my hands, actually. It's holding me down. Ooh. Maxell Super Power Ace. There a date on these? I can tell you how old this thing is. It has the smell of something that's not quite vintage, but not quite like new. And I guess the batteries, if they told me, because I don't remember what the actual manufacture year of this thing is. Doesn't say. There's just Maxell Super Ace. 0% mercury batteries. Sweet. And let's look at the... Don't go anywhere. I don't hate this remote. It's very long. It's very 90s. Like, it feels 90s. It's like, what the it's so... Like, if your thumb is here doing something, you have to travel, like, 1,000,000 miles to turn the unit off. Put that down. I'm going to have to walk this out again. Walk, 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 walk. Another box we're going to drop on the floor. And I'm going to strip off the foams with my elbows because I'm just that good. And now we have this thing. So this is going to be more vintage stuff. We've got a USB receiver, Bluetooth receiver maybe? There's no reason, I mean, unless this is the manual and they gave you the manual on paper and the manual on that. Don't misplace that. I'm confused. Anything else in here that's interesting? I feel like it's nothing else. There's no, oh, there might be a, wait, there is a CD. Yeah, there is a CD. Oh shit, now I gotta go in here. We have got Rotel PC USB driver installation, content, Windows, copyright. Oh, Firefox. fuck's sake. Copyright 2000. Wait, there's a 1 there, so it's not like 2007. $2013. Copyright 2013, but that could be the same thing they have on all their stuff, so let's put that there. I don't think there's anything else. North American limited warranties, warranty cards, year of labor, blah, blah, blah. Anything else? Just some other smaller things? No? Yes? Important addendum. On-off power button masking ring. Ooh, we've got masking rings. Place this selfie ring over the lights around the on-off push button if the blue light is too bright. Wow, I'm so glad I went through this. That's a company that understands they fucked up. They literally, oh, I'm putting that on the review. On the review, I'm putting that on. Because you know what? It's gonna be too bright. You know why? Because it's fucking blue. Oh God, that paint job. I thought it had some sort of weird skin disease. Yeah, that was a thing that they did. They did like speckle. I don't know why. Like at what point? Can I just turn this on its side? That's a very large, just silver thing. Pretty standard feet. I don't want to put it on its ass. I don't want to put it on its face or its ass without. Why, thank you. I will take some of that. Let's do its ass first. As that's the important part. So, power in, no grounds found. Computer I/O, which is a D15. We've got 3 triggers and then a Rotel link in. Very pretty XLR ins and outs. That's nice. A grounding port for your phono, which is loose. Tighten that up. CD tuner, aux, output. Balance. And then you have 2 coaxials, 2 fiber optics, and a USB. So this thing is made by Rotel in China. So that's probably why it exists. Oh, let's look at the fascia of it. Very pretty. Very, very pretty unit. Peeling these little edge things off, the protectors. Are they protecting plastic edges? Oh, don't be I think that's plastic. If it's not plastic, it's very nice metal. I don't think those are ever going to go back on quite properly. Oh, it's a digital knob. The digits are very smooth. I felt like it was going to stop, but it's not. It's just spinning. Here's our power button. There's the ring that might be too bright for you fucking people, which I'm like, it's probably going to be too bright, but maybe it's going to be like just enough, and it's just assholes who are audiophiles that are complaining. So USB in, I'll probably end up putting this in there right now because I don't want to I feel like this is going to get lost. I don't want to break it off in there either, so there. Headphone out, again, 3.5 millimeter. I don't get it. Anything audiophiles just have a 1/4 inch just for longevity's sake. Beautiful buttons. Listen to that. That's perfectly clean now. It's phono, CD, XLR, tuner, aux, opt, co, USB, PC, USB, menu, up, down, next, and there's no, you don't push this, it enters here, would have been totally a thing. So let's move this, I guess, just back. Don't put it in the sink if you could avoid it. And I'm going to open up the other piece of equipment that the owner of that sent with me. And this one's interesting because this one nobody wants. Or at least I don't think, I kind of want one. He described it to me and I'm like, you know what? I kind of do want that. This is and possibly you can look this up. A Sangean. And this Sangean, I gotta cut the things down. It's a knife I use. I saw this today at Cabela's. They have bigger ones, like way bigger ones. Like I have to cut open a bear ones. This is a HD tuner. Not tuna, not like the fish. Children of all ages. Did you know that the radio exists? It does, I know, it's wild. Power plug is actually it's a non-figure 8. I actually might need that. We've got our book here, which is very big and apparently attached with a binder clip. That's a thing. Now we're getting back into like the early 2000s remotes with this thing. Power band, volume, numbers, seek select. That one's a light. Even though I don't know what would light up. Alarm, tone, mono, sleep, nap. There's a nap button and a sleep button. Wow, that's unique at least. Okay, so from what I've learned, talking with only the owner of this, is that there are HD radio stations broadcast. Not satellite radio, just over-the-air HD stations. Which makes sense, because there's HDTV, which is all digital. So why wouldn't there be digital audio also? Because it's easier to broadcast and less bandwidth. Why is this wrapped in butcher paper? And apparently this is like the only non-car bound desktop, like hi-fi setup. Wow, that AM loop thing. So you hook up an FM antenna, which I'm gonna probably have to buy one because I don't think this came with one. I think they were assuming you have a passion and therefore will buy your own antenna. You hook up an antenna to that or an AM loop to that. And you have a line out and you have an optical out. Now the owner has used this and he says the line out is crap and doesn't sound good at all, which I don't expect it to. It's like $180. So whatever DAC's in, it's garbage. But if we could take coaxial or fiber optic and feed out actual digital, I don't know if just hold it, it's light enough. It has got a big old knob that's a pushy button and a clicky click, and it doesn't feel that quality. Our power button is there, obviously. That's where you'd put that. You wouldn't put it here next to the headphone jack. You put it way out. And then we've got mode, info, alarm, mute. Do we have nap? There's no nap button on this. There's only a sleep button. Fuck. Anyway, so this is gonna be able to pick up, I think it'll pick up non-HD stations, and then there are HD stations that have substations. And frankly, I kind of miss the radio. Like I'm in my truck driving around. I don't bother. There's a CD in there for like emergencies, but I just like put on 93.5 and listen to whatever the hell's on. And I kind of miss that like randomness. I don't want it. I just want random music playing because I'm very, very in control of all the music that plays in my life. And the Spotify playlists are not random enough. And like the Discover Music things are not random enough because I could tell it to change. I can tell a song to change. If I could say, Spotify, next song, then it's not the radio, and this is the radio. So it's gonna be interesting to just be trapped to listen to whatever music is playing. So I'm actually gonna get this hooked up possibly to, wait, does that have an analog in?
Yeah, fill me up.
I'm gonna fill it up. Anyway, this is a thing unboxed. I'm talking to her, and they're gonna do the thing, and we're gonna go have a party and sex.